Yo, it's Jello. Um, it's like 5:51 a.m. in the morning, and I just beat Professor Layton in the Unwound Future, and it's really fun, really good. Actually, I loved it. I don't sound as hype as I really am for this game because it's 5 in the morning and my grandmother's sleeping, but this game was so fucking awesome. But there was something I wanted to get to, and it was like the plot twist, I guess. I mean, the game is awesome. It's like there's puzzles and shit, and you go around solving puzzles. For some reason, instead of ever engaging in fisticuffs or settling an altercation with an argument or a fight, like in real life, it's like, I'm mad at you, so I'm gonna throw you a fucking puzzle, and if you solve it, then you've bested me. And I'm like, whatever, just more pick a rats for me and shit. But like, it's awesome, and there's great story. Because there's no depth in like the gameplay. It's like, besides puzzles like that rack your mind. It's like there's no like other method to the game. It's like there's also a great storyline, but the twist is like, so all this time you think you're in the future, 10 years in the future, and it's like, oh hey, time travel. Be careful about that because a lot of shit can go wrong. But you're in the future, and then it turns out you're not, and the main antagonist isn't actually your main antagonist. It's his partner who you've been working with, but you don't know that he's evil. And it's like, oh fuck yeah, because he's supposed to be your apprentice like 10 years into the future, but since you're in the future, you're talking to him now, and I'm just like, so you're evil? What? I don't get you. No. Ugh. And the beauty of this is the way that he tricked you into believing you're in the future is he used a clock, like this huge ass giant clock. So of course time, yes, and then the shop rumbles every time you go to the future because that takes a lot of mumble noise and movement and shit like that. But really, what's happening is it's not like you are going to wormholes into the future. This bitch in the shop with the clock that you're in pulls a lever and you go further down into the earth. So this dude is so massively ballin', expensively rich shit that he was able to recreate London, a 10-year into the future London underground, which includes a river. I'm not even gonna question it's how you put a river on. Dumb, dumb, dumb. It's like river, fresh air, skies, clouds. He created all of this, and he put townspeople there, and he's just like, yeah, y'all all live here now, and I'm doing this to fuck with my man for some reason. But it's like the actual antagonist never really had any evil intentions with Professor Layton, and I'm like, that's an interesting twist, and it's it's him fighting with his partner, who you think is the main antagonist throughout the entire game, and it's like, okay, I like that twist. I don't like the fact that this is a town recreated under me. Like, I don't like that at all because that just makes no sense. You can't put a river under a river. It's just dumb. It just made no sense to me. But the game is great, and don't my heartstrings. You don't. If I could pull out my heart and show it to you, it'd be broken in like 5 different pieces because for Layton just goes through some like emotional love shit from his past, and Luke moves away, and Flora is just like, I can't stand being alone and shit. And there's everyone loves this one woman, but she loves Layton, but she's dead and everything. And time travel does exist for like 2 seconds before you're molecularly torn to shreds, and it's horrible. And you, at the end, you just get like 5 different little movies, and you kind of just want to cry because it's like sadness after sadness after sadness, and it's like, why do you have to go? Why can't you just be with him forever? He doesn't deserve any of this. Like, sometimes the protagonist in a series deserves it. shitty thing to say, but it's true. And sometimes he doesn't deserve it, but it seems okay because of the way this protagonist acts. Professor Layton is like the gentleman of gentlemans. So I rarely see him angry. He doesn't do anything. He's intelligent. He's smart. Hey, and in like 2 seconds, actions that he could not control caused his life to be turned to shit. It was horrible, and he doesn't deserve that at all. He's a jolly ripping good man, and it's just shitty. It's just shitty. Also, the puzzles were harder. Like they didn't have a lot of moving puzzles, which I was like, thank God, because those are really difficult. But they're more diverse puzzles and they're harder, and it's a good challenge. I liked it actually. It was a fun pace. They had there's a little broken mini game with this parrot shit, and it's just like you have to bounce a parrot off a rope and shit to get it to somewhere to deliver shit. It's dumb. It was so dumb. Like the learning curve for this parrot minigame was like 1, 2, shit you can't do. Note how my finger isn't on the screen because I couldn't do it. It took a long time. I was like, well, fuck you. And then let's see, we can jump back to the storyline because a lot of fun stuff happened. There's a lot of character development. I like that. And you started to work out with your arch nemesis, and you found out that your arch nemesis isn't really that much of a bad guy. He's like Professor Doofenshmirtz, except for not as lame. He's just kind of awesome. But he's not evil. He's just bad things happened in his life involving Layton, so it kind of sucked. But yeah, I loved this game. I finished it, and I'm gonna look forward to playing Last Spectre. It's great. Oh, did I mention that he drove a car onto, around, and off a weapon of mass destruction? Yeah, if you haven't played the game, you should play it just for that. Just to go to the end of the game where he's driving on a weapon of mass destruction. On it. Like on it. It's ballin'. It's really good. Play this game. If not, I'm gonna kill you. I will walk into your house, climb under your bed, wait for you to fall asleep, and then kill you to death. Or I'll force you to play. Whichever tickles my fancy. But yeah, this game is great. This game is great. This game is fucking great. Oh, just don't ever try. You can't be that rich. It's way impossible to be that rich. You can't put another version of London that's supposed to be London 10 years in the future under London. Ugh! It's just dumb.